Greetings from Frog Monster. My name is Murph. I am the host of this show. Today we are doing a look back to I don't know if it's a classic rock album. Probably is. Not one of my favorite albums by this group, but it has some good stuff on it, and I just wanted to give it a feel because I just recently had been listening to it quite a bit as it was new to me. And anyways, that is this album by Aerosmith, Get a Grip. I know this is not one of your classic Aerosmith albums from the 70s, and those are fantastic albums. But it's still not a bad album. Okay, so the vital stuff on it, just let me get to it here. Okay, this album was released on April 20th, 1993. So it probably is one of the later albums I've actually done a video on. This and the Peter Gabriel one I did recently. Produced by Bruce Fairbairn, one of those names. Not sure which one. If anybody knows, they can correct me. I would be appreciative of it. It was released at A&M in LA. And Live Mountain Studio in Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. So anyways, about this album. Okay, so it has, to me, the songs can be broken into two sections. The kind of catchy, riffy type guitar picks, like, a little poppy type stuff. And then the ballads. There's too many of them on here. Crying, crazy, amazing, like it just. So those songs aren't bad for ballad wise, but I'm not a ballad person. But if you love ballads and you like the sound of Steven Tyler's voice, then this is not a bad album for you. But for me, I like Eat the Rich, although I don't really like the kind of ending to it, as most of you will deter. It's a bit crass, I guess is the word. When the same with the album cover's a bit crass. Anyways, the other songs on the album, there are some good songs on here. Get a Grip's not a bad song. Catchy beat. Living on the Edge, it's okay. Fever, I don't mind that, or Flesh. Walk On Down was the one track on the album that wasn't sung by Tyler. I believe it was Joe Perry sung this. It's a bit of a different feel from the rest of the album, I think. It doesn't really to me, it doesn't really sound like an Aerosmith song, although, there are elements of Aerosmith on it. I guess it's the vocals that make the difference here. Shut Up and Dance, I think, is the best track on this album. It's the one song on this album that redeems this album a lot to me. I really like this song. I think it has a kind of, even though it's kind of poppy and has their modern type of, the way they did songs at this period of time, it does have a little bit of a classic feel to it as well. So I do like that song, Shut Up and Dance. As for the rest of them, it's not a bad album. If you like poppy albums, it's pretty good as far as poppy albums go. I don't think it would crack the top 10 or so Aerosmith albums of all time. But it's, I got it fairly cheaply. I think I paid $2 for it. So to me, it was worth the listen. I enjoyed it for what it was. I'm not a huge I don't mind Steven Tyler's voice. I don't even mind his singing style. It's this, he tries to do that scream that you hear from like Ian Gillan and David Lee Roth, and that he just doesn't have that. It comes across more as a screech, if you ask me. He'd be better off if he was a banshee. Anyways, so there's your album review of this one. It's a bit of a different review. Normally I like to review albums I really like, but I thought since this one was fairly new to me and I'd listened to it quite a bit, I thought I would give it some attention as well. And I hope it didn't come across too negative, but it is what it is. It's a review. So there you go. There you have it. So that's it for today as far as this video goes. A look back at a classic rock album, Get a Grip by Aerosmith. I will be doing some more classic rock look backs this week. I'm also going to do the part 3 of my new material videos, which will be on pop, rock, and other blues and other genre albums that I've collected over the past 3 months since I started this thing, this YouTube site. And so I've done part 1, if you haven't seen, is progressive rock. Part 2 is hard rock and heavy metal, and this will be part 3, which will be pop, other stuff, blues, all the other stuff that doesn't fit into the first 2 categories. So if you want to stay tuned for that, that'll be coming up this week at some point, probably towards the end of the week. And so there you have it. So if you like this video, please like me in the comments below. Make a comment too if you want about the album. I'd like to hear your opinions on this album. And subscribe if you are interested in more content of this nature. Anyways, that's it. Frog Monster out. Have a good day.